Hey everybody, welcome back to the Old Swedes Farm. It's Rich. Wanted to give you a garden tour number 5 of the summer. It's been 2 weeks and a lot has gone on. We're starting out in the squash area, and let me just quickly run you through that. There's been some change, but we'll show you what we got here. The Hubbard squash, doing good. You know, it's never been one that's worked well for me, but let's see. Our Waltham, the butternut, you notice we've been able to burn and weed a little bit, so we're trying to stay ahead of it. Here's the jack-o'-lanterns, the jack-be-littles, they're looking good. The spaghetti squash, here's our big line of Big Macs. Hopefully they'll be the big pumpkins. They're looking big. Then the another hill of Waltham, the butternut. Some more jack-o'-lanterns. They'll be able to head towards the compost, one of the compost piles. And then over here, acorn squash. I've still got some other areas that I need to get put in. Might be too late, I don't know. The zucchinis and yellow squash, don't mind the weeds. That will be taken care of here in the next couple days. But there's our zucchini and yellow squash. We've been working weed patrol non-stop, it seems like. So let me just get the gate here so that the girls can't get in there. Ollie's out watering the little ladies, getting that all set. It's 4th of July today. Happy Independence Day, all you Americans. How about those colonialists, what we did to the Brits? Good job, guys. All right, we're in the big garden here. Let me walk you around. Got some big changes here, and we've had a few tiny setbacks that are unique. So let me show you what we got. Our lettuce and spinach, we've been picking a bunch of that and getting it to our CSA folks. The garlic's in there. Radishes are doing well on the back row. The 2 plantings of onions, red and white, are really have really taken off. So I'm happy with them. Our Brussels sprouts, they're doing okay. The cabbage butterflies have done a number on them, and I need to just be more aggressive with that. Our cabbage, we've got some really nice cabbage, and we've got, you know, a few that have had some little attacks from the cabbage butterfly caterpillars, but for the most part, another week. These are, I don't know, not quite the size of my hand, but they're getting there. Broccoli, we've been able to get to our CSA families. Just some beautiful heads of broccoli this year. Our peppers, the Hungarian yellows, are really starting to throw some fruit at us, so that's nice. Finally, the what are those? Habaneros are taking off and doing well. The eggplant here have really taken off in the past 2 weeks, and lots of blooms. Then we've got more habaneros down here, green peppers in there, and there's a few peppers showing through. I got to get some steaks in here in the next couple days. And then a whole bunch of green peppers. Now, one thing that's, I don't know, these have been in for a little over 2 months now, but here's our potatoes. You notice they're not looking great. I think they're towards the end of their life cycle, and we've had some moths dropping caterpillars on them. So I think it's going to be time to pull them up. We're going to put something else in this to rotate it, and some other buckets that we've got. We will put potatoes in there for a second crop. The carrots are looking really good, and I think within about 2 weeks we'll be able to pick those and give them to our CSA family. So I'm happy about that. And we got to get some more carrots planted, so that might go in where the potatoes have been as well. Now, some big changes here. Our peas and beans, our new trellis. Just put in a third trellis here, and that is gonna be good. We're gonna put, we're just trying to get the weeds out along the base, establish a perimeter. I'll burn back, and then we'll get some cucumbers in there and get some more peas or beans planted for a second planting. The beans are looking really good, and they've been in for a little bit. We've had green beans and wax beans, and there it is. So we've got beans on right now. We've got 60 feet, so we're gonna be now picking beans and canning and getting those ready. The peas, let me show you. The peas I looked at the other day and I thought, what the heck? They're dead. The tops, there was no blooming, nothing. What we did then was watered heavily, and you see a whole bunch of growth on here and a whole bunch of flowers now. So what happened, I didn't realize at the time. I saw some tracks and was kind of walking around, and then noticed it up front in our native garden. We had a deer. So a deer must have come from the front, walked through our property, hopped the fence into the garden, came along here and topped off all the peas. Just had a salad bar. So I put in a second planting of peas, and we're just trying to keep an eye out for the deer. Never had a deer in our whole time. We've never had a deer in the garden. So something new. Got to keep us on our toes. Now, a new area that we're really excited about. Check out the garden fabric. If you've seen one of our other videos, you've seen the installation. But Tomato Alley, now this side has got fabric on both sides, and we can start planting. One thing that happened to Tomato Alley that I noticed as well was that some of the plants were topped off. Our deer came down, either hopped back out, but topped off a couple of the plants. Here's one. You can see it just right there. Just took the whole thing off. So we're hoping there's a new sprout coming up here. So hopefully that will be the shoot that will take over. But the Tomato Alley, looking good. Everything's in that 3 to 4 foot range. Lot of blooms. Here's our black cherry. Look at all the blooms. We got fruit on. Gang, it's gonna be 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'm gonna be eating cherry tomatoes. So I just got to stay on top of everything out here in Tomato Alley. Keep things wet every day. We're watering. Keep things fertilized. You can see just all the cherries on this side looking good. We have had a lot of heat and not a lot of rain, so it's been tough. One thing we did do, and I don't know, let's see, right along the base, here's one that's coming up, and here's a couple. Here. We planted peas. So here's where our second planting of peas is going to be, and it can go up the trellis along with the tomatoes. We'll be able to water. It's going to be shrubby like peas are, and it should help kind of retain moisture, throw a little nitrogen down for the tomatoes. I'm hoping that's a good companion crop for it. I'm out here, look at the garden fabric. We've got to get one more roll of garden fabric, and then we'll finish off right here. Get those 2 rolls in. We've got one of the troughs in place. We'll have another one. I'm getting that, already got the holes drilled there. We're getting rock in there. I'm gonna fill that up, and then we're gonna plant it. So that'll be maybe a spot for more potatoes, other things. I want to put some more lettuce in. And this is not set yet. I've still got one more row across of fabric, and then we'll put these two in place. We'll have two more. We'll have one more down there and have two here. So we should be in good shape. And this end of the garden will be done and will be weed free. You have no idea how excited I am by able to say weed free. I'll have two 50 something by 35 feet that are completely weedless. Let me show you the final stuff that we've been getting in that's coming up. That's the Georgia rattlesnake watermelon. Here's a smaller variety. Our compost pile, you know, I brought the compost pile out from outside and dumped it right here. I had thrown a bunch of squash into the compost downstairs apparently over the winter. Now it all came up, so we're gonna have a whole bunch of squash or something coming up. So we'll see what our mystery squash is. And finally, our other small watermelon. I think it's like a Minnesota midget or something. So that's the garden. Lots of changes in the past 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks are going to be finish fabric, get the troughs in place, get them filled, get them planted, continue weeding, get the second row of beans in, redo lettuce. You know, there's always something to be doing. And get some stakes here for the peppers. Got to get those staked up so that they don't get blown around should we ever get a storm. We had rain around us today. We got 2/10 of an inch. Storms went right around us again. We somehow, for the past 3 years, everything seems to part right around the farm. I don't get it. So we're out watering a lot. Anyways, hope your gardens are doing good. I'm going to spend a little time here over the next couple days checking out channels and seeing what everybody else is doing. I appreciate you stopping by here to say hi and check out our channel. Garden's happening. A lot. We're starting to harvest, and there's going to be more harvesting in the next 2 weeks. So we'll catch you in a couple weeks with the next update. Take care, everybody.